Before this video starts, I just wanted to say thank you, I guess, because, you know, like 300 views is cool, but my watch time on the video was about 10 minutes, and the video is way longer than 10 minutes, I'll tell you that. So, no one really stuck around for much. I think like only 8 people of the 300 finished the video fully, and like 4 or 5 of those are friends of mine. A few others were like new subscribers that actually genuinely liked it. So to those people, thank you. To the other people that watched, you know, good looking out, I guess. Like, but yeah, like, thanks for the views. Low-key, I didn't even think I would ever make it to 300. I didn't think my stuff was too good, but the fact that I did is proof that I could go somewhere doing this, and that's kind of exciting, you know, a little bit. So yeah, thanks again, and now it's time to get into the video. No intro needed, I'm just gonna get right into it. I just finished watching 3 episodes of Girlfriend, and it genuinely has to be one of the worst shows I think I've ever watched in my entire life. The plot was bad, the characters are, quite frankly, all pretty much autistic. There's no real plot to it. The plot is boobies with no sex, so it's basically also a softcore porn. It's all fan service. It's nothing special. Now, I mean this in the nicest way possible, but if you watch this show and genuinely enjoy it, I don't think you're human, because, you know, I've watched some really bad shows. I've seen some real big stinkers, but nothing compares to this. So if you can sit down and watch the show and enjoy it, I think I'm gonna have half a mind to think you're an alien, because there's no way you can sit down and watch the slop that I watch. Maybe we're watching 2 different shows. Maybe I'm watching like some bootleg version of it where it's actually really bad, because there's no way you can sit down and watch the same show I watched and think it's genuinely good. It's the first time I'm gonna be doing this, but I'm gonna have little title cards for each thing I'm talking about, because there's a lot to talk about, man. Words can't describe how much I hate this show, dude. I hate this show more than I hate Rudy Gobert. And I fucking hate Rudy Gobert. I think he is the single worst NBA player to ever fucking touch the court. So, yeah, let's just get right into it.
Oh my god.
Most romance anime, or I guess in this case loser anime, because it's more fan service than romance, because like big boobs equals romance. Usually the MC is like submissive, you know, like just some totally innocent, oblivious dude. This guy's not. He's just an idiot. Like, not only does he want 2 girls, he also just doesn't really come off like he cares for either of them. Like, to me, it just seems like they're there to be like fucking NPCs for him to get like missions from, because he doesn't really have good chemistry with either. They're just fucking there. And I get it. It's like, once again, it's mostly just for fan service. I don't expect it to be some crazy ass plot, but you could have at least tried to make them seem like they have better chemistry. Like, I'm sure it gets better. I only watched the first 3 episodes, but the first 3 episodes like should be crucial. That should be the stuff that like gets people invested in the show. And all I really got was an MC that like feels like he can't even count to 10 while using his fingers. And like, I swear to God, if you watch this shit, you'll see what I'm saying. His whole fucking personality is being dumb as shit and taking everything as literally as he possibly can. There's like this thing, and it's supposed to be funny, I guess, and it's like in the first episode, and she says like, I don't know how late we're gonna be, so don't go cheating on me. And he has like a fucking like stroke. He fucking sits there, puts his head down, he's like, oh god, this is what you think of me. How can I better myself, woman? It's so fucking dumb, dude. It's like not even funny. I didn't find that shit funny. Before moving on to the next part, I will say I've been spoiled a bit, because the 2 animes that I watched before Girlfriend was Jujutsu Kaisen and Re:Zero. 2 animes that I feel like are like A tier, top notch, good voice acting, good scenery, good characters, good plot. Meanwhile, this shit has none of that. It's really bare bone. Like, the characters are pretty weak. The voice acting's alright, but also the writing's terrible, so like you could kind of say that the voice acting's trash along with it. The only props that I can really give it is that the red-haired chick isn't completely obnoxious and just like not completely hateable, and the scenery is pretty damn good. It looks great. But I really just want to know what the fuck was going through this guy's mind when he decided to make this shit, bro. There's no way he was writing this shit and was like, oh, I'm cooking. Oh, I'm fucking cooking. He's averaging 40. Like, bro, no, bro. He was not cooking when he made this shit. And I think he knew he wasn't cooking when he was making this shit. No one thought that he was cooking, bro. He's cooking and no one wants it. He fucking burnt that shit. It is terrible. I gotta move on. Like I said, the red hair girl is actually probably the most likable. She's not completely idiotic. Like, she's a pretty basic character, but at the same time, like, she's not hateable. So that's like a plus, I guess. Like, she's only really there because she likes the food that she makes, which is in itself pretty fucking stupid, dude. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know what the fuck the guy was thinking when he was like, oh yeah, so the only reason she's still here is because, yeah, she likes the cooking. Like, bro, who's gonna believe that shit, bro? If you're trying to make something realistic, I guess it's anime, so like, it doesn't really have to be. Food should not be the reason, bro. There should be like, I don't even know, but that should not be the reason. Like, it doesn't even seem like she even likes the guy to begin with. She's like always hitting him and shit. So, I mean, like, besides those few critiques, I feel like she's a decent character. Like, she means well, and like, you're always kind of rooting for her, because she was put in like one of the most awkward situations you could ever put someone in. So that's like the only real plus that I could give to the anime, because the next person I hate with a passion. Same with the MC. Like, they're right up there with Rudy Gobert. I will say the only thing that I really found funny about this show was her, because she gets fucking thrown to the wolves, man. She has no idea what's happening. This dude pulls up to her with this fucking chick, blue hair, big tits, and she's like got puppy dog eyes or whatever. And she's like, oh my god, you're fucking adorable. We have to hang out. And they do. And this fucking douchebag doesn't say a word about like trying to start a polyamorous relationship until after they all like go out and do shit. That's like the only part that I actually thought was like, okay, that's kind of funny. I only thought it was funny because her reaction was funny. Like, she fucking decked the guy. And it was the most satisfying thing I've ever seen in my life, because I want to deck this guy. He's a fucking...
Oh my god.
And... Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna move on. This video's getting kind of long. I want to wrap this up soon.
Oh my.
Alright, so I genuinely think that this chick's just fucking evil. Like, she's one of those situations where, like, she's cute, but you'd bet, like a fucking siren. And that's what I'm trying to get at. She's like a siren. You think she's all cute, you go to meet her, and then she ruins your whole fucking life. Because I feel like from like the beginning of it, like, those two were happy. She comes in and it just becomes all chaos from there on out. And it remains pure chaos from there on out. From fucking looking through search history to completely ruining lunch for them by having them sit in a musty ass shed. It's just one thing after another, and it's not even like endearing or cute. It's just fucking annoying. Thinking to myself almost the entire time, just kick this bitch to the curb, man. And also, she's like the most unrealistic person I've ever seen in my life. Not only did she drop out of school for this guy to like work on herself, become like super fit and whatever, like get really good at cooking, she then came back to the same school just to ask this guy out, dude. That is so unrealistic, dude. She's not... No one is doing that shit, bro. No one's that dedicated. And like, once again, like, yeah, it's an anime, but still, that's far-fetched for an anime. Like, that's the most unrealistic shit I've ever seen. And I watched Gojo be Gojo. Like, bro is so unrealistic, but this tops that. She's a whole nother level. Like, it's Gojo and then this chick. Like, dude. And also, she's really only there. Her whole character is just like the quiet. Think of her as like Yuri from Doki Doki. She's quiet, timid, doesn't really talk too much. Like, that's like her whole thing. And that is so fucking used to this point. Anytime I see something like that, I'm like, oh boy, here we go again. Like, think of something original, man. Now, don't get me wrong. Chase your bag. Do what sells. But I can only imagine that it's not selling very good, because I didn't like it at all. I only got 3 episodes in. I can't even imagine what other people are doing. I honestly think that most people would watch the first episode and quit. But it's got a season 2. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a season 3. So there's an audience. They got to be, once again, I don't think they're human, but there's an audience for it. Let's move on. There's not really much to talk about this chick. I went kind of easy on it for the most part. Like, I didn't really talk about my biggest critiques because I really don't think the internet cares too much. I just talked about like the basic stuff that I'm sure you've heard before. If not, like, that's pretty sweet, doing something original, nice. But like, yeah, it's not very good. I wasn't expecting much from it going into it because, like, you know, I kind of had a feeling it was going to be fan service. The fucking cover for season 2 is actually just a bunch of half-naked women. But you know, I wasn't expecting much, watched it anyway, and it exceeded all expectations. I went in thinking it was going to be trash. It was super trash. It was so bad. Anyway, I don't really know what else to say. I think you get the point. I don't really like it that much. See ya.
I'm finna take off and rap like a rocket. Hop on a yacht in Miami and surf it with hella bitches that drink it.